What's up, Rockstars? Today I have an awesome unboxing for you. If you didn't see the thumbnail because you're blind or whatever, I don't know, but it's more of that. So, yeah, excited to see what this one is. Let's go ahead and just dive right in and see what it looks like. Now, as always, a huge shout out to my patrons and YouTube members. It is through their financial support that I'm able to stay financially independent from the game industry that I criticize, so that when I am critiquing something and telling you my opinion about something, you know it's my honest opinion and not my wallet's opinion, because no money has changed hands. I don't get any money from any game dev, so that you know, just speaking my mind. You might not agree with it, or you might agree with it, but either way, you know it's me. So, if you appreciate that kind of honesty in this industry and kind of the coverage of it, there's a link down below in the description to my Patreon and YouTube member join button, of course, too. And if you can, that'd be awesome. I greatly appreciate it. If not, that's fine, too. Totally get it. Understand. That's fine. Like on the video would do wonders. A comment, by the way, just letting me know, hey, this video was helpful. It does wonders for me personally, just because then I know that I'm not just making these videos for me, but for you guys too, so that you guys get a lot out of it. Oh my gosh, it's big. Okay. Okay. There is that. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. All right. This is definitely the demo box. I can tell because while it's a nice size, which is great to store, it's fairly light, but it looks nice, huh? I dig it. And of course, not final product. This is all not the fun. This is just a wrap on a box, but it looks good. They did a good job with it. A good glue job there. This is Age of Darkness Apocalypse. Dun, dun, dun. Now on the back, oh no, it's not lined up. Wait. There you guys go. A little blurb about it, and then that's it. They're not really doing anything else. But again, this is not probably the final version we're getting anyway. All right. Take a look. Now, I will do a top-down view of things as well. Alright, Chronicles of Drunagor Apocalypse Demo Box. Dear Drunagor Hero, first of all, thank you very much for your time and effort in supporting our project. If you are receiving this Chronicles of Drunagor Apocalypse Demo Box, you are a hero for our backers. Oh, well, I try. You have shown support to thousands of people, and for that reason, you have chosen to play our demo adventure. As you are well aware, this is a prototype print, yes, which means miniatures are resin-made, reason for how fragile they are. Art in the box and rules are subject to change. The final product miniatures will be following the same quality as our delivered game, Chronicles of Drunagor Age of Darkness. We wanted to make sure your subscribers are also aware of the content in this disclaimer. Once again, our sincere gratitude for your support, Team TCG, Creative Game Studio, CGS. So, yes, obviously, and you guys on the channel are well aware of this. I know this. You guys have seen me unbox a ton of these. And they're all different. For instance, this has bright green. It's fairly bright, especially when stacked. I think it's on white. Is it because it's actually fairly transparent? Anyway, green bubble wrap. All these prototypes are so different, and I love how different they are. We will have a top-down view of everything in just a bit. Right now, I'm just taking a look at things. It looks like there's you can see through them. Can you guys see that? You guys see that like I see it? If I unwind it a little bit more, you can see it. Do you see the minis in there? Oh, there, now you can't. If you look real close. That's funny. Okay, so we got some minis there. We got some stuff here. I'll look at all these components up close. Don't you worry about it. Right now, you just get to see me looking at them live. Oh no! Something fell. Don't worry, I'll fix them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've been playing this with my kids, and so they're gonna freak when they see stuff like this. Alright, what's going on here, huh? Okay. These are 3D printed by the looks of it. And then, I suspect, heavily primed. So, just as an FYI. Oh man, the suspense, guys. the suspense. Whew. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Huh? 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 We'll look at that top down, of course. And I'll glue whatever the heck fell. No problem at all. Okay, then we got some more here. Again, we'll look at all this. Some more here. Some more here. Oh, this is a pretty big one. Pretty big one. I'll show you this. Aha! Yeah, they're advertising with her, actually. So you can kind of see her as well. Maybe. Cover my face up. There you are. Again, we'll look top down. We'll look nice and close. Great lighting. You guys will see it all. Another big one here. I don't know if it's a matching one or to leave this one a mystery for now. But I'm kind of curious too. All right. Oh, another. Gosh, we got some big boys here. My goodness. Another little one here. Oh, here's another one here. This is interesting how they printed this. Actually, it's very interesting how they printed this. So these are FDM printed. Not like from what I can tell. Well, maybe not. Fascinating. It's like a low poly print of it. Really interesting. Okay, well, never seen minis like this before. So this is really, really interesting. And then nothing there. Okay, another layer. We got another storage token tray, which is nice. It looks like it's straight from the one from Chronicles of Drunagor. And then we got some cards and odds in it. Again, we'll look at all of this. And then some cardboard tokens, which again, we'll look at. So let's actually go ahead and start now. All right, here we are at the top-down portion of the video, and I'm excited to finally take a close look at all of this. So let's go ahead and do it. No farting sounds when I open that up, so don't get that. All right, let's move this to the side. Let's move that to the side. As you can see, I just kind of put stuff in here, but we're going to be taking it out nice and slow. Now, I did ask about these, by the way, and the reason that they look the way they are, the reason they look kind of polygonal. That sounds weird. The reason they look this way is because what they do is they sculpt the general idea. So they kind of have their creative process down. And then they get an actual artist to go in and like really kind of fine tune everything, which I think is awesome. I think that's a very interesting idea on how to do it so that they still get like their kind of overall, there's a lot of like resin and stuff like that, overall kind of focus on it. But then the actual artist can come in and like really kind of go ham on all the details to make it look so good. So very interesting to hear that. And that's why it, again, almost looks like a kind of a low poly version of it. And that's why you're seeing that, because they haven't really smoothed it out yet. I've never heard of another company doing it that way. So I'll be very interested to see if, kind of how that turns out for them. I suspect they did that in the first one as well. So I guess it turned out okay for them. But that's why you see them the way that they do. So this is just kind of like a more generalized, kind of look at them. And I think some might be further along than others. Like I think this one might be. I think they have a full render of this one available. So you can kind of see that. But very interesting to see that. Really, really are. I think that's kind of a cool way to do it. The designs, as you can see, are just stellar. They're just really, really good. Like, super, super cool concept. I love the texture bases. I love the kind of rock outcropping, multiple points of contact, so it's nice and secure. The wing style to come up and then down. And if you notice, there's like 3 different tiers. There's the smallest tier in there, and it gets medium, and then this kind of long tier here. Almost 4, if you think about it, as it comes down here. But very cool match of the art here. I think the different like hair and kind of setup of the different heads is a very interesting idea. So that's also, I think, very cool as well. And again, the flowing cape, I think, looks cool too. So yeah, very cool mini there, of course. All right. Talked a bit about this guy here. I love the kind of like people cape thing. I think it's super interesting. One thing I will note is that these heads look a little too big. For the player characters, I think these heads are too big. And I want to make sure that everything stays nice and scaled. So they'll want to take special care of that. I'll make sure they hear me when I say that. Love the feet hanging out and stuff like that. I think that's awesome. I think it's super cool. It's like super dark and I love it. But yeah, we'll want to shrink those heads, I think, a bit. Make them kind of in scale with people. But yeah, I'm assuming this is death. And oh my gosh, I love the texture of like all the like bulbs and wriggliness and nastiness. I mean, it's just a gross dude. The chains hanging down, like awesome. If they can get that into hard plastic, that'll look awesome. And you can see there's a ton of supports on here. I didn't want to actually clean it up because I was afraid I was going to break it more. Like I already broke his arm. So just want to make sure that you kind of see him as I get him. And again, obviously not representative of the final thing. It'll be different in a lot of different ways. But super cool. All these supports are like everywhere. Super brittle resin. Like very brittle resin. Again, the boils and how it's like wrapped here, it's freaking gnarly. It's like freaking gross. Oh, even touching it is weird. It's nasty. A whole bunch of heads on here. And actually, look at the size difference of this head versus this head. Do you see the size? Like, they need to be the same size, I feel. Unless they're supposed to be giants. But I love the heads. Like, see, yeah, just breaking that. Yeah, see, I'm worried I'm going to ruin that. But the heads on the spikes here are awesome. The layered part here. This is such a cool design. Such a cool design. I really appreciate it. Like, it's super cool. Nice, like, long base, too, which is kind of interesting. Oh, there goes another arm. Jeez. These arms, I swear. Actually, I think that's the rest of his arm. Yeah, there you go. That must have been, like, anyway, there you go. We'll set that down before we break anymore. Let's look at the big one. Come on. I want to. I don't know if you guys want to, but I want to see what this one is. This one looks big, too. I'm excited. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Here we go. All right. Ooh, that sounds so weird. What was that? Oh, careful. Careful. Ooh. Careful. Ooh. Telling myself to be careful here. Oh, wow. He's looking cool. This is how they average. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, calm down. See, what I love about this is just how much I love the theme of this. This whole, like, a Age of Darkness apocalypse. Like, the first one was kind of like Descent. This one is like freaking Diablo. This is hardcore. I love this. Looks like he's missing his horn. He would normally have a horn there by the looks of it. Multiple jaws, as you can see. All for more teeth. That's important. The like skulls on his body with spikes coming out with heads going through. Awesome. The kind of swirl, this swooshy swirl part is fantastic. The people that are either like worshiping him or pleading with him or very sad to be there. Love it. There's bones you can still see in here as well. All of this, the spiked tail looks freaking awesome. That's going to be so cool. All the chains and everything. Look at the stretched skin here. Fan-freaking-tastic. You know, even though this has a whole bunch of supports, and even though this is, like, not the version I'd want to paint, I want to paint this. Like, can you just imagine seeing the torn flesh and then, like, the kind of innards part, but then, like, you know, flame and stuff like that? Looks like I need to fill in a hole because it's hollow, of course, when I printed it. The, like, ethereal, like, kind of swooshes around here and the color and glow you could do there. This thing will look fantastic painted. It really would. I don't think I can. I don't think I can even paint this without breaking it. It's very brittle. Very, very brittle. It's just a tease for me for when I get the final thing. This looks freaking awesome. If these turn out even like remotely good, definitely something to look for. There's a texture even here. Like they've actually progressed quite a bit on at least a lot of these. They really have. It's kind of hard to make out the face right now because of all the supports and stuff like that, but it looks good too. Very interesting weapon. It looks like it's probably snapped here. I think it's a whole scythe, and it's probably a little bit bent, but I'm afraid to unbend it. I like the jaw right on here. I think that's really cool too. So much cool about this. I really dig that. Wow. Okay. Quite the theme. Quite the theme. Anything more normal. I think we got some more minis.
Oh, no, there's the rest of his arm. So I don't know what the other one was. Another arm. Okay, another big one. Oh gosh, more here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where'd the other one go? There you go. Just got him. Okay, so with that, let's actually look at a little bit of this before we move on too much more. Let's go ahead and take a look at that before I really get into it. All right. Take a look at kind of what we're looking at here. All right. Got some doors. You guys know kind of how the doors work there, or at least transition areas. Very cool design. Looks like we got some new cards for maybe some bosses. At least 2 new kind of bridge tiles, or just floors or whatever. Big ol' honkin' book already. Looks like even more. Put this down here. See what we got here. So we got Mordred, a human necromancer. Heck yeah, I freaking love when I was Diablo 2, first thing I did was necromancy. I had so many freaking undead legion army thing. I just stand around and kill bosses. It was fantastic. I love pet classes and I love necromancers. I wonder if I get both. Hopefully I do. 2 undead pets at the same time. Sold. This is my new character. 100%. I no ifs, ands, or buts. That's what I'm all about here. Battle for the Last Grass, Gravebolt, and Tomb. Create undead. Yes, please. Whenever a monster dies, summon an undead pet. It's a passive. Freaking awesome. Now, the Famine Horseman is what that is. You can kind of see the design here that they're going for. Love it. That's awesome. Really, really cool looking. Here he kind of is uncovered even more. The kind of black with this teal with the bones will just look, and the green and stuff will look fantastic painted. And then here you have the hero class necromancer. Super excited about that. Really, really am. Here's some more areas we can go to. Looks like we have some like abandoned villages, kind of God knows what's happened here kind of stuff. So for the blood elm going to the sewer. And it looks like we have some inner workings of some kind of very bad place. Which again, all about some kind of throne room. I'm assuming boss battle there. And here, looks like we got a few new like status effects and stuff like that. This just looks like it just came out. They were part of that. Some more thematic bridges. Come on. Oh, pop them out. All right. Okay. Odd rolls always miss. That's interesting. Column start here. Also interesting. Looks like we got some bad guy spawns maybe here. Maybe some people we meet along the way. Triggered when stepped and triggered when interacted. Very cool dungeon stuff here. Looks like some timer stuff. And then some kind of like silence or something like that perhaps. And then we have Life Break, Bad Blood 2, Grave March, Command Order 2. All sorts of upgrades for him to be able to upgrade his stuff by the looks of it. Very, very cool. Call of the Grade. Whenever a monster dies, summon 2 undead pets. Yeah, all about that. All the pets. Oh, the book. Okay, now, I'm not going to spoil everything. Sorry to tell you that. Love the thing. Like, oh, it just looks so good. We'll go ahead and take a look at it a little bit here. New rules and mechanics right here. They're talking about the new stuff. New adventure mechanics furniture. In Age of Darkness Apocalypse, there's a new category of elements called furniture, when the heroes will be able to manipulate and obtain strategic advantages. Furnitures can be thrown at an opponent to cause damage and impose certain conditions. You can interact with furniture as follows. Telekinesis and stuff like that. A cityscape. Cityscape is a mechanic that reflects the concept of a race against time in a territory that is compromised. Interesting. Demoning adventure mechanics, darkness spawning, new conditions for defeat out of runes, new companions that you can have. Deepening adventure mechanics history. In this sequence of expansions, Apocalypse, there will be an improvement of the mechanics related to the construction of the history of your hero. History, deed, and unfolding. Kind of interesting there. Interact with a point of interaction. Love that. Locked doors. I love how they even specify this is just us making it better and more nuanced versus this is like a whole new thing. Special events, new game situation terms like encounter and resolved, new element skill upgrade, correct position, movement mechanics. Interesting. That's me reading the rule book. Then prologue. Look at that. So we got some unfinished art, obviously. That'll be finished. It looks great already. I dig it. And then chapter 1. It all starts at Black River. FYI. Look at that. That's cool. This is kind of nice. You get to see a little sneak peek there. Okay, maybe we'll do 2 more. Here's 1. Yeah, watch out for that. And 2. Okay, and with that, I think we're done. And that's just the beginning. This is going to be super fun. I'm excited for this. I really am, guys. That's going to be awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is everything we want to look at. So now we'll save this, whatever this is for last. We're going to look at some of these other ones here. Let me zoom in just a smidge. Start looking at these. All right. So again, this is that kind of low poly kind of look here, which I think is very interesting. It's fascinating, really. They kind of see early, like, oh, the texture in here is already going to be cool, though. This is going to be really neat. I dig it. Very cool design. Lots of, like, weird little wriggly hair stuff there. Love the separated fingers. Look awesome. These skulls. So, again, I do caution and want to make sure that we keep a consistent scale, unless these are children's. Or little pygmies or something like that. I don't know, but those are skulls. He's got a huge face in. Interesting. Oh man, look at this weapon. This is a cool weapon. Look at how spiky this is. This is like Pillars of Eternity stuff here, if you know the video game. Just like the kind of style. I could see somebody walking around in this armor set in that game. Chain style looks like it'll survive quite nice. And it's kind of already thicker, which is good to see. Great texture on there. Love the kind of really worn, like nothing here really seems new. But yeah, freaking chained to him, and then he's holding it, and then he has like this is support here. This is not part of the, I can't get rid of it. Anyway, it's just a blade on a chain. Very cool idea. I dig it. And then I imagine this gives him a lot of ranged attacks too, but not like super ranged, which is very interesting. Okay, I've got another one of him, same kind of thing, except he's missing his attachment there, which again, these are very brittle, so bound to happen. Okay, I got another one of him, so those are obviously bad guys here. Makes sense, they look bad. I didn't trust them. Another one here. And here, is this Mordred? Yes, I think so. Very cool staff axe thingy. I dig that. Love the face inside. The long kind of white hair look cool. Love the kind of very powerful pose that he has here. We all want to be really powerful, strong characters. And there's no doubt this guy feels powerful. Again, smaller skulls on here. I'd like to see those normal size. Love the cloak. With a little bit of a texture even, and then all these holes and raggedness of it. Very Necromancer-like. But then he's got this kind of nice, kind of blackish armor. If you want to see his art, again, it's actually right here as well. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. When it comes to that color of his armor and whatnot. Okay, got another one of these. Got lots of these. We're going to be fighting lots of these guys. I hope they're ready to die. Well, I hope they're ready to stand up too. Okay, got another one of these guys here. His blade survived, so that's nice. Another one here. and oh, another big guy here. So we got 2 of these big guys too. These kind of like Cthulhu guys. Low polygon style. They remember like a PS1 character. You know what I'm talking about on the PlayStation? You know what I'm talking about. This is like the first Tekken or something like that. Sweet. I dig it. Okay. Let's look at the next big one. And then we'll wrap this video up. What do you say? Oh, I also have an announcement to make that I think you guys will really like. So excited to kind of talk to you guys about it, if I haven't already. Yeah, either way, it'd be a nice reminder. Oh, come on now. Just let me have it. Trying to be gentle is the problem. That's the hard part. It's not like just... It's kind of like trying to open a bag of chips. I don't want to open, but you don't want to spill the chips. Same thing. Okay. Trying to be careful here. There we go. All right. Lots of supports again. Whew. All right. Now that bad boy. Ooh boy. That was super bent. Look how bent that was. That's crazy. So obviously that'll be straight. And there won't be nearly as many like supports on them and stuff. But again, look at, oh my gosh. These bosses are so freaking cool. Look at that tail. Look at that freaking skull. Ugh. I'm just gonna hate that. All the skulls on it, all the plates. Freaking awesome. I love it. Obviously these reins will be thickened in the final one. There's like lion, it's like a lion face. Oh, so freaking cool. This is going to be fantastic. I adore the theme of this. I really do. I really, really like the theme of this. Look at that mane. Look how thick that is. All those knives. Look at all the... is that knives? What is that? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Super cool. Super cool. Okay, that's great. Look at the facial features too. Looking nice already. Very cool. All right, well. There you have it. All right, guys, just real quick, I wanted to show you one actually cleaned up a little bit. You know, I unboxed all this and I was looking and I was like, you know, it really deserves at least one kind of cleaned up. It took a while, so I hope you appreciate the effort. And of course, there's still plenty more little post stuff. It's just from being 3D printed. But this should give you a little bit better sense of kind of how it looks like. Now, they showed a render recently. That is an incomplete render. It didn't have the claws, didn't have a lot of the terrain, and it actually gave her with a mask, which I thought was kind of interesting. I actually like her without a mask, preferably. You get to see her. I think that's more interesting. But here you go. You can kind of see it in just a little bit, you know, a little bit cleaner. They actually do clean up quite well, so that's kind of nice. Some things I'd look at, of course, I love the bubbles, by the way. I really do love that, is how flat these like swords are, right? They're really flat on there. Same with like the bones, some of that. Though, if this is kind of like an oozy thing, that actually kind of works in. So that might be okay. It really depends on, I think, what the art shows us as. But if this is like some kind of ooze stuff, though, it seems to be standing on it fairly okay. So I don't know. Really don't know there. But yeah, just really interesting. They're going to have to thicken this up, of course, right? The same with like the little string. That string is a little too skinny, so it's going to have to be thickened up as well. But maybe some of these, perhaps maybe like one less and have them a little bit thicker, something like that. You can play around with it. There's a lot that can happen in the tooling process. I believe E-Star makes these, and so that'll be kind of interesting to see how they do something this complex. I've not seen Awakened Realms try anything like this, so it'll be really a big test to see how far they've come as a manufacturer to see if they can do this. The eyes and the wrinkles here might be a little shallow, but it's really hard to tell because it has this kind of thicker prime all over it too. So can't quite tell there, but if not, those might need to be a little bit more defined. Again, still work in progress. Oh, plenty of time to kind of work on this. And I'm all for talking to them if they want to, you know, have me go through a list on every single mini I see, but no, still very cool, very interesting design. Like my kids instantly, when I walked out of this room, holding this to get the clippers to start cleaning it up, they were instantly like, what's that? Like they gravitated towards it. It's just freaking cool. And there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just super awesome. So, all right, just wanted to make sure you guys saw about as good as I can get this prototype to where, how you can see the minis. So hope you appreciate that. Now, all I was going to say is that the people at Creative Game Studios are nice enough to allow me to kind of also help reward my patrons. And so one of them will be getting an all-in to Chronicles of Drunagor. An all-in. That is huge. That's exciting. I'm really, really excited to be able to offer all that to him. I think whoever gets it's going to love it. Whether it's just for the minis, whether it's for the great RPG gameplay or anything like that. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad to be able to share that with my patrons. So if you have kind of hemmed and hawed about joining the Patreon, or you thought, hey, I wouldn't mind throwing $1 a month your way to kind of help with the channel so I can cover more games and film them better and do all that stuff, and you may want to even get something out of it. Well, I try and do this kind of stuff a lot, whether it's sending out Storm Thunder minis, whether it's giving away these, whether it's giving away whole prototypes. I've done that before. I always try to celebrate with them any way I can. So feel free to check out the link below to that. But if not, that's totally cool. I totally understand that. I'm just happy you're here, happy you're part of the community, and I hope you're excited about this. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully by the time I get to answering questions, I've already even played some of it, so I'll definitely be able to let you guys know about it. All right, take care, guys. Bye.